You know when common sense is not common? It really grinds my gears, but okay.
Maybe I'll read a book, or maybe 17. I'll add a few more books to my library.
Welcome back to my booktube channel. My name is Tolani and you're watching Tea Time with T Reads. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today I decided to film this because a few of my favorite booktubers were doing it. Mayona Reads, Emma Books, a few others, and basically they were reading 1-star reviews of some of their favorite books or whatever. And I was like, you know what, yeah, that sounds like fun. And they were so funny as well. So I've chosen 4 books off of my shelf, reacting to people roasting my favorite books, and hopefully it bangs, hopefully it's funny. If it's not funny, then this video is obviously not getting uploaded to the internet because I can't come and disgrace myself and my mother. And these are the 4 books I've chosen. Obviously, we've got Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. We've got The Wicked King by Holly Black. We've got Always the Bridesmaid by Lindsay Kelk. And we've got City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. Don't attack my books, okay? I'm joking. Everyone's opinion is valid. So yeah, without further ado, let's read. I love this book simply so much. Okay. The reason I hate it so much is because I continue to waste my time reading them despite my better judgment. Well then, that's on you, sis. Don't come and blame your hatred on anybody else. Why do you keep reading something you know you don't enjoy? You know when common sense is not common, it really grinds my gears. When I think about the Mortal Instruments series, it causes me physical and mental pain. So why do you keep putting yourself through? People are so masochistic. No, I'm not accepting this already because you have already said you carry on to read it despite knowing you don't enjoy it. So what was the reason, sis? Start with Cassandra Clare's writing skills or lack thereof. Fair enough, maybe the first few books in TMI isn't the best writing, but honestly, when you go on to read, when you get to TDA and stuff, her writing has improved so much. I don't even think the writing is that bad, you know, to each their own. When I think about her endless use of similes, it makes my head hurt. Cassandra literally cannot describe things without using 20 similes per sentence. I have never witnessed a writer that is so horrible at describing physical appearances of characters and settings. And then she goes on to give some examples. Okay, page 398. Their kisses deepened slowly, softly, the intensity growing between them as it always did, like a blaze that started with a single match and flared into wildfire. That's not a bad lie. The dialogue comes off as something a teenage fangirl would write. Well, it's about teenagers. She says there's a complete lack of character growth and development, which I respectfully decline that notion because I feel like you do see Jay's progresses a lot. In the beginning of the book, in the series, he's very closeted with his emotions, and I like to think by the end of TMI, he is so much better with his communication and with expressing himself. So some of the points she raised were valid, but what has made me completely dispute her review is the fact that she has said, no, this is like 5 books in, you know, I hope you know this. City of Lost Souls is the 5th book and she's read all 5 books just to say she hates it so much. Why would you do that to yourself? Therefore, denied. Okay, bye. Next review I'm going to be reading is for Always the Bridesmaid by Lindsay Kelk. There were a lot of lines that made me laugh, but I still can't rate this book any more than 2 stars. First, the story was really a cliche. It's a chick lit. There's gonna be cliches, guys. Know the book, know the story you are signing up for. Always the Bridesmaid is a little notch away from being memorable. It was supposed to be a romantic story meant to make you swoon or fall in love, but I was expecting too much. Despite the little miscalculations in her product, it was clear from the start Maddie is an excellent event organizer. She's smart and she's good at what she does, but she doesn't figure out that Will, this hunk of a lawyer she met at a wedding and she's been shagging for months, is a cheating jerk. With all those clues, to be fair, it's true, she was a bit dead. There were red flags basically, and Maddie, she's almost 30 years old. I think she is even 30, and she was ignoring all these red flags. And I'm like, really, sis? You have been in the game long enough to recognize these signs, and you're telling me you didn't know? This is her first, dating escapade since she just got she just broke up with her long-term boyfriend. But then she says, third, I didn't expect Maddie's best friends to be such an annoying bunch. Well, you know what, her friends could be a bit annoying. There were points in the book that I was like, there's no way these are your mates. But then again, you do fight with your mates and you argue with your mates, and we're all human. Sometimes we say things we don't mean. But yeah, I can get that point about her friends. Frustrating read. Maddie lets both her friends walk all over her and treat her badly for no reason. To be fair, yeah, okay, I can see that. If it was me, I would not be relenting that easily. Like, we're gonna fucking fight. Not physically, obviously, but like, no, you can't talk to me that way, even if we're friends. I don't care for how many years we've been friends. Respect, okay? Just have some respect, have some decency. Like, friends can call each other out, but there's a way you say things and there's a way things should be done, and they did walk over her a bit, so fine. Okay, I loved this book, obviously. I found it really funny and very entertaining, and I loved it so much. But I can understand the things about Maddie being very ignorant in affairs of the heart when she really shouldn't at your big age.
At your big age. At your big freaking age.
Okay, we are going to read some reviews of Children of Blood and Bone now, and this one I'm scared about. I'm shook. Children of Blood and Bone has a very special place in my heart because it's based on Yoruba mythology, and I'm Yoruba, I'm Nigerian, and I come from the Yoruba tribe. To see my language in a popular YA book, just, it honestly does warm my heart. And so I'm extra like sensitive when it comes to this book, because I take it as a personal attack upon my person. But let me chill, because it's obviously not. I knew after the first chapter I wasn't going to like this book. Sullen teenage voices rarely do anything but annoy me, and I've never been fond of protagonists, no matter the age, who can't keep their mouth shut because they have a chip on their shoulder, especially when it isn't just their life on the line. The best thing I can say about this book is that by purchasing and reading it, I supported a black fantasy author. That will always be worth my money and time. Okay, I'm not even gonna cuss sis because of that last bar. That last line that's saying that she doesn't regret it because she supported a black author in a black fantasy. My good sis Zelia, imagine, nah, like, she's been through too much for you to say she's got a chip on her shoulder. I mean, fair enough. I understand a bit about when there's other lives involved, when the stakes are not just your life, you do need to be a bit more mindful. But what YA protagonist does not risk putting everybody's life at jeopardy because they believe they've got a score to settle with somebody? Okay, we're just expecting too much. It's just not realistic. Plot, meh. The plot was good. Characters, no connection. Love story, gag. Magic system, had a glint of hope. The author had a chance to make a piece to impact generations. Take a modern day issue, twist it into fantasy, sprinkle in the magic system, and wrap it up into a series that keeps drawing you back. Yes, please. I'm not hating on the underlying issue, culture, or material. The author mentioned at the end of the book why she felt so drawn to write this piece. Amen. I couldn't agree more. But if you feel so compelled to write a story that touches on a topic so near and dear to your heart, why steal your entire plot from one we've read time and time again and just recite? First of all, now you got me mad. Every single plot you see in a book has probably been recycled. There are no more original ideas, in my opinion. Of course, there's still new ideas, but I feel like so many stories in the world. Of course, nothing is going to be completely new. That's what I mean. So don't come and tell my good sis Tommy that she's been recycling the story. Sis, every story you probably like has been recycled from somewhere. So that's what we're not going to do, okay? Finally, I'm going to read some 1-star reviews of The Wicked King. Carden, you magnificent bastard. I applaud him for doing what he did. Jude had it coming. She's such an idiot. The same thing that happened with the first book happened again with this one. I finished the book thinking that I love it. I wait a couple of days and the book is actually terrible. I hate Jude so much. Not in the sense that she's unlikable, because usually I'm into that. But she is so stupid. There's no reason for her to stay in fairy when everybody hates her. And 2, to try and be powerful, because she isn't even good at it. She tries to juggle all these secrets and is surprised when she fails or somebody betrays her. Of course they betray you. You didn't give them a reason to trust you. She's mad no one likes humans and fairies, and then proceeds to do all the things that fairies hate about humans, and then is offended when no one cares about her or listens to her. Why is she trying to get back at them? It's her fault that they hate her. She thinks she's so smart with the lying and plotting. Surprise, you know. There's a reason she has to lie to be able to survive in fairy. Because she doesn't have any other talent things going for her. I'm supposed to root for her, but every time she fucks up, I'm thinking, of course she did. Her plan was shit. Why isn't she killing Look? No, that's a valid question. Why is she trusting Taryn? Only God knows. And why the actual fuck did she trust Carden not to pull some scheme when she married him? Of course he betrayed you. You manipulated him into being your puppet. Your puppet. Okay, so she goes on and on and on and on and on. So I'm gonna address some things she said. Number one, so she says, why does she stay in fairy when everybody hates her? Well, think of this. She was abducted from her home when she was a baby. So even though everybody in fairy hates her, weirdly, in a strange roundabout way, fairy is her home. She wants to be accepted. Because this is the only place that feels like home to her. She can go back to the human world or whatever, but it's never going to be her home. She grew up in fairy, you know. Fairy is what she's used to. So I do understand why she wants to stay there, even though, as for me, I don't like stress in my life, so I would just be like, okay, sayonara. I feel like this girl is like, what, 17 years old? Cut her some slack, mate. I think she's doing an okay job. Does she make stupid decisions? Yes, she does. She can be silly, but I'm still rooting for her because I understand how she feels. Like, imagine feeling like an outsider in the place you have come to know as your home. You are going to want to have power so you can change things, so people can know you don't F with me, okay? I'm not your bitch. I'm that bitch, but I am not your bitch. Amen. She's mad no one likes humans in fairy, then proceeds to do all the things fairies hate about human, and is offended when no one cares about her. I do understand that. Sis, there's a reason they don't like humans. If you want to blend in a bit, don't go and do all the things that pisses them off the most about human beings. That's just a bit... Why isn't she killing Look? Why isn't she killing Taryn? Now, even as much as I want to see Look's head decapitated on a stick and served to Jude for dinner, this is her sister's fiance or husband or whatever the flip he is. And even though Taryn is a backstabbing bitch, you need to understand that it is her sister. I have sisters, so I understand. It's like, even though we fight, okay, say me and my sister had a fight or whatever, and the next day she was being nice to me, I wouldn't automatically assume that she's trying to set me up. Like, I wouldn't be like, I think somebody trying to set me up, because she's my sister. And I know she loves me and I love her, so I would always want to think the best of her. So that's why. Yeah, this review, like, come on, apply common sense, people. Like, I understand, because obviously I'm like, bitch, why the fuck would you trust her? She's a backstabbing bitch. But that's because we're reading it from the outside. This is her sister. You have to get into, you know, her mind frame. I have never been so bored reading a fantasy book in my life. I feel like I read a different book than everyone else because there was nothing enjoyable about this, and all the characters are still horrible. I sincerely dislike every one of them. Okay, well, you know, different strokes for different folks, but I personally think the characters are enjoyable. Jude is not actually... I don't think Jude is a likable character, by the way. I don't actually think she's likable, but I enjoy reading her because I find her interesting. Carden, yeah, it's a bit stereotypical, the kind of character he is, but I do love him, and, you know, I really do enjoy him. And someone says the book is absolutely toxic. It's disgusting how toxic it is. They could go on and on, but they won't. They said if they could, this would be 0 stars. But they do say the writer is talented, her writing style is quite brilliant, but they just think that the relationship portrayed in the book is toxic. I understand that a few people have problems with Jude and Carden's relationship, but I don't know. I like their relationship. I know it's not the healthiest relationship, but I find their dynamic interesting, you know? So there we have it, guys. I read some reviews of you guys roasting my books. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Sis is almost at 100 subscribers. You know, like, share, comment. Please comment, guys. I want to talk to you. The reason I started booktube is because my friends don't read. I have no friends. I'm lonely. I want to make some friends. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.